Hi everyone, so sorry for the flash once again. It is winter and by the time I get home it's always darker outside, so all my videos are gonna have flash just because I don't really have good lighting in my room to begin with. It's kind of an orange looking lighting. But anyways, today's video is going to be of how I organize my rat's things. So you guys right now are just looking in the bottom level of my double Critter Nation cage. Bo and Bosley are currently at the very top. They were just down here, that's why I started videoing down here. And then I kept messing up the intro, so they eventually ran away. But anyways, so we're just gonna get right into it. Okay, so down here under the cage there is a shelf, you would call it. And I put all of the rats' belongings down here that fit, because the blankets and stuff are, I'll show you in a minute, on the side of the cage. But yeah, so we're just gonna get into it. So right here, the first container is just a really shallow container, and this is like the random stuff container. I have some colloidal silver water in there, some eucalyptus essential oil, a pair of scissors, extra wipes, the oil diffuser, and a cloth, a toy, a part of the bowl, and some tissue paper, which I use to tear up and put in some of their dig boxes. So we'll move that aside. So then in this container here, which I got all these containers and baskets from the Dollar Tree, super awesome. This has, like, again, pretty random stuff. I have an extra really little water bottle. It's usually the one I take when I take them to the pet show, just so I don't have to bring their water bottle. It's just pink. It was the one that I used for baby Coda when I had him. There is a cat leash in here with a harness, some extra stones that go in their litter tray, a scoop that you can see they sort of attacked, 2 random balls. This is a bowl they used to use for them, and that is a piece of fabric. I don't know why it's there. This is the liner for the cat carrier, and then a brush. So that's that. So next to that one is another one, and this one is the one that I use the most often. It has trash bags for when I clean the cage out, cable ties, there's pieces of rice or something, or millet in there, some extra binder clips in 2 different sizes, batteries, double-sided tape, a lighter, some push pins, some tape, other kind of tape, and like an extra nozzle for the water bottle because they had 2, but one of them got a hole in it, so pretty sure that was from the cats. And then there's like a jingle ball and extra things to hang up hammocks. So this is sort of like the box that I take out every time I clean the cage. I need to get more poop bags and stuff, but that's good for now. Right behind that, I'll just reach this, are 2 extra baskets. They're 2 orange baskets for different cage themes, I guess, if I wanted. Right now I'm not using them just because I have a lot of hammocks in there because it's been cold and prefer to keep things that are warm. Excuse me. Now this has a ton of stuff that I use to make their little wooden popsicle stick house over there. So there's big jumbo popsicle sticks, regular popsicle sticks. There's actually a ladder. That red and green thing is a ladder my little cousin made with me. Some rope, marker, and some random stuff. So that usually just goes in the very back. Next to that is a bottle of Dawn and a random container that used to have extra pellets, but I've moved them to a different spot. Okay, so moving on, we have this basket, which cracked. This is full of scrap pieces of fleece, just scrap pieces of fleece that I throw like into the little popsicle house or into hammocks so they can kind of like use it and like rummage through it. So that is that. And then in behind there we have apparently a piece of poop on top of the container. Those are 2 of their dig boxes. There's a blue and a green one there. Actually, there's only one there. There's only the green one. I don't know where the blue one went, but anyway. So that is one of the boxes, a hole in the top is the dig box. And there's 2 balls, a tunnel from a hamster cage, which obviously I used for Koda when he was itty bitty because he was like only 3 weeks, but I don't use anymore. A jar of baby meat food, a jingle ball, and some popsicle stick fence-like things. If we pull this over, so in this container, this is the toy, part of the toy bin. This actually doesn't belong in here, but there's toilet paper tubes, there's toys in that baggie, an extra bowl, really random toys. This actually used to have Whimsies in it, which it doesn't anymore, so I don't know why it's in there. Pipe cleaners, there's some of the things that I hang. There's some little willow twigs in there, and random cable tie. To put that somewhere else. But yeah, so this is like their chew toys. So I usually switch them out, and when they get really old, I just toss them. Sometimes they poop on them. If you guys own rats, you know they're not the neatest creatures. And then this last container, as you can see without me even opening it, it just has more pieces of scrap fleece that didn't fit in here. I used to keep them all in here, but as time's gone on, any blanket that has a hole in it, I'll salvage whatever I can and just use it as scrap pieces of fleece for nesting and burrowing. So yeah. So this is right next to the cage. This is, I know it's not the most nice looking thing, but this was the baby rat Koda's cage. It is 1 grid by 2 grids, and I made it. I meshed it with a special hardware cloth and everything. So that's what he lived in for a really long time. But I didn't have the heart to take it apart because when the boys have floor time, they really enjoy going in here. So I thought, why not just use it for storage for now? And then when they have floor time, I just kind of take the stuff out. Or sometimes I just leave it in and they just go and make a mess in there. That's why it's a little messy. So, right here are all of their hammocks. I know it looks like I have a lot, but when I do their hammocks, I put a lot in at a time. I put at least like 5 or 6, sometimes 7 hammocks in a cage. So I have a ton, but this is probably 1 cage clean's worth, and then there's a few extras, maybe 2 cage clean worth of hammocks. But I do want to make more. I don't really have a lot that match because I make matching sets and then they just tear them to shreds, certain ones, and then I'm down to 1 or 2 of a kind, and then I can never make a full cage theme out of it. So I'll get around to that eventually. Over here, that is a Little Mermaid blanket, a bed sheet. I use that for floor time, put on the floor, and then that is just another random blanket that I use sometimes on my bed. And then this container, oh, there's the blue container. This container has some soft toys. This is a rope that I'm making out of fleece that I haven't finished yet. And then this rope also goes in there. So I'll switch in and out what kind of toys they have. And then basically this basket here is all the fleeces to line the cage, as well as ladder covers and just little pieces of fleece for odd things here and there. And I like to double line my fleece, so there's a lot of ones that have this one might have a lot of holes in it, but I'll put it under the other fleece to make it more comfy. So yeah, so that's that right next to the cage. Now we are standing up, and this is on top of the cage. On top of the cage I have these 2 little wooden crates. This one is strictly treats, so they're just a bunch of mason jars filled with Cheerios and mealworms, just a bunch of things, little puffs. This is coconut oil for their tails, or whenever they get a little too greasy, I'll put that on them. It's good for their skin, it's not harmful, it's organic, so they're fine. And then this one has extra pellets and mason jars and an extra dustpan and broom. And then next to the cage is another dustpan and broom, and then the main broom that I always use. Sorry, it's blurry. And then right here, this is basically the last place. Actually, there's one more place I keep stuff. This is a shelf. It's actually for decorations, but I ended up using it works perfectly. I put their wipes here and their seed mix slash lab lock thing. I got this really cute little container at the dollar store, and it closes nicely. Like, you have to like pull on it. It usually clicks. It takes a minute to click, but anyways, so those are really cool. So that's pretty much the area I keep the majority of their stuff. And then this is a cupboard in my closet. I have their little ball pit balls, and then unfinished hammock, and some of their wooden houses, and ring rope thing, dog boy. And then their tube is up here. Here's a baby. Hi. He doesn't like the flash. Hi, Bo. So that's pretty much it for my organization of my rat cage and rat things. Thank you guys so much for watching. I am planning on doing a better quality rat cage tour. But yeah. Why is he like... They're both in there. You can see the other tail there. So, let's see. Bo's in there, and so is Bosley. Oh, there the mess. Hi. So that's pretty much it, guys, for this video, and we will see you in our next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.